two types of breath. And one type is Sitali and the other is Sakali. They are both cleansing yoga breaths and cooling yoga breaths. So for those of us that are in New England, it is currently 80-something degrees. Ramona, I'm sure it's pretty warm where you are. Grace, I know you said it's a little cold and rainy in South Dakota today, but you have had some 90-degree days. So we're going to do two breath things that you can do if you find yourself getting overheated in this class or anytime you're doing yoga or anything really. The breath will work in any situation. So I'm gonna stay close so that you can see some of my breath movements for a moment. And Kelly, I'll just turn to you and look. You're nice and seated upright. Go ahead and close your eyes and let's first start to take some nice, even, normal breaths. Starting to clear our minds. Focusing on the yoga that we are about to do. Reminding ourselves of why we come to our mats. Normally in our yoga classes, we practice Ujjayi breath, which is through the nose, out the nose. Again, with allergy season, some people are struggling with that. So the first thing we're going to talk about is Sitali breath. Sitali breath is a cooling breath. So I'm going to demonstrate it and talk about it, and then we'll practice it together. So you might want to watch the screen at the same time. The first thing you're going to do is stick your tongue out and curl it if you can. Once your tongue is out and curled, you're going to take a deep inhale through that position. Then you'll close your mouth. You'll bring your tongue in and close your mouth as you pause at the top of that inhale, and you will exhale through the nose. So it's tongue out, inhale in, pull the tongue inside the mouth, pause at the top, exhale out through the nose. As you practice this style of breath, you should notice that it's your rib cage area that should be lower rib cage and belly that will expand the most. You should see if you can take a longer inhale. Can you get it up to a 4 count? Can you pause for 2 at the top? Can you take 3 on the exhale? If you are unable to curl your tongue, you should be at least able to stick it out and make a boat if needed. Let's go ahead and take 5 more of this style of breath. Be mindful of those shoulders. Don't let them creep towards the ears. Don't raise them on an inhale. So that is Sitali breathing. In a normal yoga class, you might look a little strange sticking your tongue out in a curved position looking at somebody else, but if you are feeling overheated, that is a great way to bring the heart rate down, bring the body temperature down. The other type of breathing is called Sakali yoga. So one is Sitali and the other is Sakali, I believe. I could be saying it wrong. The other one, it doesn't involve the tongue roll. So if you are unable to roll your tongue, this is the modified or non-tongue rolling version of that. You're going to place the teeth lightly together and the tip of your tongue as the tip of your tooth. You're going to keep your lips separated. And when you inhale, you hear kind of like a hissing sound. And you follow that same process of you close the mouth, you pause at that top, and you exhale out through the nose. So keeping our tongue at the top of the teeth, don't grind down. It's not supposed to be strenuous. You might feel this more in a chest space on a breathe in. I know I have trouble not raising my shoulders because I think about, and I kind of raise them in that process. Let's go ahead and take 5 more breaths here. So as you go through your yoga practices, if you're ever in a heated yoga class or it's just hot outside and you need a bit of cooling, or if you're out for a run one day or out for a walk or something, you can always practice one of those 2 breaths. It's always fun to stick your tongue out and pull it. And it's just as much fun to kind of hiss in. So let's go ahead and return to our normal breathing, and we are going to start standing today. A little bit different for us. Normally we start on our backs or in a seated posture, but we're going to start standing today because our goal is to, well, my goal is to not overheat either Kelly or I out here in the sun or anybody else that's warm in their apartment. So it's a little bit more of a relaxing, slow-paced yoga today. So you want feet about hip bone width apart, knees and hips all aligned with the ankles. Rest our arms at the side, roll our shoulders down the back if they're fine, them crouching up to the ears. And as you breathe in through your nose or your mouth, whichever method you choose to use, you're kind of filling up that full chest and belly space. Making sure not to raise the shoulders to the ears. Taking slow inhales, can you breathe in at a 4 count or a 5 count? Pausing at that top and exhaling at maybe a 3 or a 4 count. On the next inhale, let's raise the arms above our heads and lift our head up to the sky. Exhale, arms come down, head comes back to center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, release the arms, head comes back to center. Inhale one more time, arms come above the head. And this time, exhale, hands come to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Adjust your feet to whatever is comfortable for you. If you need to bring them in a little bit, if you need to bend those knees slightly, that's up to you. Holding our Anjali Mudra, making sure our arms are away from our body, pushing outside that midline. On the inhale, I want you to open your fingers. Think of a lotus flower sitting in there. Exhale, close the fingertips back together. Inhale, we open that lotus. Exhale, we close. One more time, we're going to inhale, open those fingers. We're going to hold them open for a few more natural breaths. reminding ourselves why we came to the mat today. Reminding ourselves why we like to take our yoga journey. Place the hands back together in prayer. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the arms down behind you onto your lower sacrum. The heels of the hand on that lower sacrum, elbows pointing to the back. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, can you just back bend ever so slightly, pushing against those lower muscles, letting the head drop behind. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, can you push a little further on the back bend? Inhale, rise up. Exhale one more time. How far can you push on that back bend? Shining those hips forward. Holding here for a few breaths. Inhale, return to mountain. Maybe circle those wrists out since they were just putting the pressure on the lower back as they need to. Circle clockwise and counterclockwise. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive down, keeping the legs and back nice and straight until you reach that forward fold. Our first forward fold of the day. Inhale to a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reverse the swan dive. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, inhale the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Into that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold farther forward. Can you wrap your hands behind your heels and pull the head in a little farther? Release in the hands, inhale, reverse your swan dive. Hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. One more time, swan dive down. Fold as far forward as you can. Can you wrap those arms around the shins and the heel, or the calves and your heels? Sorry, I have an itch on my nose. In this position, go ahead and shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Let the neck relax. 2 more times, yes. And relax. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse that swan dive. Bring the arms up all overhead. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale to center. Use the left hand to bind the right wrist. Exhale, crescent moon to the left. Inhale, center. Keep that bind. Crescent moon to the left. Inhale, center. Keep that bind. This time we're going to crescent moon to the left and you're going to hold it a little bit longer. And I want you to pay attention to your body position. When you crescent moon, you're only moving to the side. You're not rolling the shoulder forward. You're not pulling the right hip forward. It's all on those oblique muscles and you're just stretching that right side oblique. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, crescent moon left. You shift those hips a little farther to the right. Inhale, center. Now switch to bind. Exhale, crescent moon to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. One more time, crescent moon to the right. Can you send those left hips a little farther out? And you fall deeper into that crescent moon. Inhale, center. Exhale, release those arms to the side. Give them a little shake back and forth. A lot of shoulder work right away. Inhale, arms up overhead. Or sorry, return to mountain, then inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, rise up. Left hand binds the right wrist. Exhale, crescent moon left. Inhale, rise up. Switch the bind. Crescent moon right. Inhale, rise up. Arms remain overhead. We step our left foot back. 5-pointed star. So both feet are facing forward. Or a nice big star. Feeling both arms reach out as far as they can. Feeling the stretch down the outside of both feet. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, bend the knees, sit back, goddess. Inhale, rise up, 5-pointed star. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, one more time, goddess, and hold. In our goddess, we're making sure that our knees are not caving in, our knees are facing out. We're feeling that stretch along the outside of the foot. Our hips are square and lower. Our arms are strong, our shoulders are up, our heart is shining forward. We are not loosey-goosey goddesses. Fingers can be together or splayed. It's up to you. I like to splay them because it's hot and my fingers are sticky. Inhale, rise up, 5-pointed star. Turn the left foot to face the back of the mat. Keep the legs straight. Extend the arms out in front. Shift the right hip back. Reach as far forward as you can. Bend down, triangle. If you have a block handy and you can't quite reach the floor, use the block. Take an inhale. On the exhale, bring the right arm down, turn the right foot in. Fold forward, pyramid. Can you square those hips off? Maybe you need to bring that back foot in a little bit. Maybe you need to use your blocks if your arms don't quite reach. If that hamstring starts to shake, back off a little. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to that halfway lift. Exhale, bend the left knee. Runner's lunge. Drop the right knee, untuck the toes, low lunge. On the inhale, raise the arms. Feeling that opening in our right hip space, making sure our left and right hips are square, shoulders are away from the ears. Pinkies a little bit rotated inside. Maybe a little back bend. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring the hands back down to the mat. Come up on the right toes. Turn the left foot in, side yogi squat. Keep your hands on the mat or bring them up to prayer. If you can't quite bend your knee down, use that block to hold yourself up. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, return the hands to the mat. Shift the weight over. So now we're like in a really low goddess. Then bring it over to the right. Yogi squat. Using our blocks for balance, or bringing our hands to prayer. Take one nice inhale. On the exhale, bring our hands back down around the right foot. Turn the right foot to meet the front. Come back up on that left toe. Drop the back knee. Untuck the left toe. Rise up, low lunge. Shifting that front foot if you need to a little bit so that it's knee over ankle. Feeling the opening in the other hip. Maybe you need to shift the back leg back a little bit. There we go. A little back bend. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, place the hands next to the foot. Untuck the left toes. Straighten the left leg and right leg, but bring that left leg in some. You might need to. Pyramid pose. Again, using blocks if needed. That hamstring should not stretch. Your hip should remain square. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Place your right hand inside your right foot or on a block. Turn that left foot out. Face the side, raise the left arm. Triangle. Inhale, rise up. Turn the toes in, 5-point star. Exhale, squat down. Got it. Inhale, rise up, 5-pointed star. Turn the right foot to the front of your mat. Step your left foot forward. Bring your hands to heart center. Taking a few breaths here. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, rise up. Ooh, excuse me, you don't have to sneeze. Use the right hand to bind the left wrist, crescent moon to the right. Inhale, rise up. Switch that bind, crescent moon to the left. Inhale, rise up. Keep the left foot where it is. Step the right foot behind, 5-pointed star. Feet are parallel with the edges of the mat. Feeling that stretch down the side of your legs and the side of your foot. We're going to repeat the same sequence, just going the other direction. Almost like you're on a stretcher, feeling that body being pulled in all directions. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, sit down, goddess. Inhale, rise up. 5-pointed star. Exhale, sit down, goddess. Heel toe those feet in if you need to. Inhale, rise up, 5-pointed star. And one more time, exhale, goddess. Make sure to keep that tailbone tucked. You don't want your booty sticking too far out. Keeping those knees in. If you need to, take your hands and roll your thighs out so that those knees are not collapsing in. Inhale, rise up, 5-pointed star. Turn the right foot to the back. Left foot stays parallel. Kick the left hip back, reach the right arm forward. When you can't go any farther, fold to the side, triangle. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, left hand comes down to frame the right foot. Back foot turns in. Legs straight, use your blocks if needed. pyramid pose. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Don't let that hamstring shake. If it starts to shake, pull off on the stretch a little. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, bend the right leg. Push the left leg back a little, drop that back knee. Untuck the toes. Rise up, low lunge. Maybe a little back bend. Inhale, return to neutral. Exhale, bring the hands back down next to the right foot. Turn the right foot out to the side for that yogi squat. So now both feet are facing parallel to the mat. You're up on that right toe, extending that left leg long. Hands can remain on the blocks or on the mat, or to Anjali Mudra at prayer position that you can't see because I'm facing the wrong direction. Taking one more inhale here. Exhale, bring those hands to the mat. Walk them over to the left, pausing in the middle if you'd like, before coming over onto that left foot. Come up on those left toes, right leg is long. Hands on the mat or on blocks or at heart center. Take one more inhale. Exhale, hands come down, frame the left foot, faces forward, right foot turns, knee drops, toes untuck. We rise up one more time, low lunge. Exhale, hands come back down to the mat. Tuck those right toes, straighten the right and left leg. Maybe bring that right leg in a little step. Both legs straighten, pyramid pose. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to that halfway lift. Turn the right foot parallel with the back of the mat. Left arm stays down or on a block, on the mat or on the block. Extend the right arm up, triangle. Inhale, rise up, modified 5-pointed star. Keep that left leg shining forward. Take an inhale and step the right foot forward to meet the left. Hands return to heart center. I love the moon salutation. It's one of my favorites. And I've got the moon right above my head, even though nobody can see it. It's over here. Right. Let's come back a little bit on our mats, maybe more in the center. Yeah. Starting in our mountain pose still. Step the right foot forward about a half a step. Step the left foot back and drop the ankle 45 degrees for your warrior one. Feeling our hands on our hips. Right now my hips are incredibly open, so I shift them to close them off in my warrior one. Inhale, arms rise up. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, bring the arms down behind, interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders down the back. Little back bend. Lift the face up to the sky. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, fold forward, humble warrior. Inhale, release the hands, rise up, warrior one. On the exhale, open, warrior two. Adjusting our warriors as needed. Hips are now open to the side. Arms are nice and straight. My pants are rolling down. Inhale, reach forward and reverse your warrior. Exhale, bring the right arm to the right thigh, side angle stretch. Reach the left arm farther overhead, feel that full side body stretch. Inhale that left arm up. Exhale, send the right arm long, feel the core engage. Exhale, can you bring the right arm down to the mat, or can you use a block? If your block's not nearby, then go ahead and come out of your warrior to grab your block. Bring your block to its tallest position, hold it in your hand, return to warrior two. Kick, straighten the front leg and kick that hip back, reach forward, triangle, bring the block back down. Inhale, rise up, reverse your triangle, keeping that block in your hand. Exhale, warrior two. Keeping that front leg bent, block is in the hand. We're gonna kind of heel toe our left foot in a little bit so that we can come up on our right foot using our block, half moon. Hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked. Foot is flexed. Arms are extending in both directions. We're trying to put most of our strength in this upper arm, feeling somebody pulling our left arm up, keeping it out of the socket of the right shoulder. Exhale, bring the left hand down to meet the right, warrior three. Can you bring your hands to prayer? Slowly rise up to mountain. Take a moment here to shake out the legs. Maybe step it back a little bit on the mat. Step that left foot forward one. Step the right foot back. Bringing that foot to a 45-degree angle. Hips are square. We raise our arms for our warrior one. Take a deep inhale. This time on the exhale, cactus the arms. Feel the shoulders roll down the back. Slight back bend. Inhale, rise up to center, extend the arms. Exhale, open, warrior two. Back foot's parallel to the mat now, feeling that straight line from our right hip all the way down through our right foot. Left knee is 90 degrees over the ankle, making sure it's not falling in. Inhale, reach forward, reverse your warrior. Exhale, bring the left arm to the thigh, side angle. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, extend the right arm overhead. Reach forward, feel that side body stretch. Inhale, lift the right arm. Exhale, lift the left arm. Feel that core engage. Bring the left hand down to the mat or to your block. Feel a full side angle here. Maybe use that elbow to push the left knee out a little bit if it's starting to fall in. Using our block, bring it up to its full height. Inhale, warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Kick the right hip back. Reach as far forward as we can. Triangle. Inhale, reverse our triangle, keeping our block in our hand. Exhale, bend that front knee, warrior two. Heel toe that right foot in a little bit if you need to. My other block's in the way. Feel the strength in the left leg. Pop up. Use that block for balance. Ah. Half moon. Hips are stacked. Shoulders are stacked. We're pushing up from our right arm like someone's holding our right arm in the air. We're not crunching into that left shoulder. Our hand is only on the block for the most minimum of balance. The right foot is flexed. We're feeling strong, just like our 5-pointed star we did before. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, bring the right arm to meet the left. Close the hips off. Reshift the foot if you need to. Can you bring your hands to prayer? Warrior 3. Slowly rise up. Return to mountain. Separate those feet about hip bone width. Go ahead and do a standing waterfall, a dragon tail, whatever preference you like to call this. Shake it out here. In fact, let's go ahead and shake it out to about 3/4 of the way down the mat. Bring those feet back together. Return to mountain. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring our hands to prayer. Shift the weight into the right foot. Bend the left knee up for your treat, either on your, just toeing on the floor, to our calf, or all the way up to our inner thigh. Struggling to balance here today. Open those fingers in that same lotus pose we had before. Now we're a lotus tree. Inhale, lift the arms overhead, grow your tree. Take a moment to circle the wrists around. Couple of clockwise, couple of counterclockwise. Drop the left arm to meet the left knee. Very slowly, very easily crescent moon to that left. Not a drastic crescent. Inhale, both arms come up. Release the left leg, rise up one-legged mountain. Use the first 2 fingers of your left hand to bind your left toe. Hand can stay above. Maybe bring that right hand to your hip. You might find a better balance on the hip. I'm going to turn and face the camera. If you can, extend the left leg. Maybe the right arm goes out. Exhale, release the bind, release the leg. Shake it out. Whew. That's a lot of work on one leg. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, come down to prayer. Shift the weight into the left foot. Bring that right foot up for tree. Trying to get that knee to face as far out as it'll go. Open our hands for a lotus. Inhale, grow your tree. Exhale, drop the right arm down. Very slight crescent lunge to the right. Crescent moon to the right. I have no balance on this side. Inhale, return to center. Release the right leg, bring it out in front, one-legged mountain. Can you use the first 2 fingers of your right hand to bind your right toes? Left hand maybe comes down to the hips. I have no balance on this side. As I dance across, I'm going to use the wall here. Can you extend the left leg, right leg out to the side? Maybe that left arm goes out. Mine's on the wall because I can't seem to balance. Whew. Exhale, release. Shake it out. Inhale, return to the back of the mat. Come to our nice mountain pose. Perfect. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold the body forward. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Bend the knees a lot. Place the hands above the knee. Roll up standing. Inhale, Utkatasana, bring the arms up overhead. Sitting back in chair, keeping those hips pressed forward, keeping that pelvis tucked under. Bring the hands to heart center. Sit a little lower. Twist to the left. Keep those hips square, keep the knees shining forward. Weight is in the heels and the balls of the feet. You should be able to wiggle those toes. Open the arms. Bring the hands back to heart center. Shift the weight into the right foot, rise up one-legged mountain. Cross the left foot over, standing pigeon, sink a little lower. Rise up one-legged mountain. Step the left foot forward. Just a brief moment here in this position. How tall can you feel coming up on those right toes, stretching those arms forward, those fingers up as high as they can. Right foot steps to meet the left, sit low, Utkatasana. Bring the hands to heart center. Twist to the right. Open up those arms. Remember, keep that pelvis tucked. Inhale, bring the hands back to center. Rise up one-legged mountain. Weight in the left foot this time. Right leg comes up, crosses over the left. Sit low in our standing pigeon. Inhale, rise up. Step that right foot forward. Feel the full body stretch up the top of your fingers all the way through that left foot. Bring the left foot to meet the right. Exhale the arms down to the side. You know what? Let's just come straight down to our tabletop position. Why not? We don't need to do any fancy transition to get there. Hips are above the knees. Toes are loose in the back. Wrists are below the shoulders. Someone is shooting off fireworks. Hopefully my dog is not crying inside. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, sit back into a child's pose. Inhale, come up to tabletop. Exhale, pull forward, arch the back. Cobra. Inhale, push up into your tabletop. Exhale, push back to your child's pose. They're shooting off fireworks here, which is very strange because it's complete daylight out. There's absolutely no reason for it. The poor Dodge is probably now panicked inside the house. Inhale, back up to your tabletop. Exhale, glide forward, drop those hips, raise the chest and the head, Cobra. Inhale, push back up to your tabletop. Exhale, sit back, child's pose. Inhale, rise up, tabletop. Exhale, pull forward, drop those hips, raise the chest and head, Cobra. Inhale, push the hips back up, tabletop. Exhale, pushing back, child's pose. One more time here. Inhale up, tabletop. Exhale, drop those hips, lift the chest, Cobra. And exhale, come all the way down to the mat. Send the arms long down beside you. On the inhale, lift the chest and the arms and the feet. Exhale, release. Windshield wiper the legs to release the tension in the lower back. Return to neutral. On the inhale, lift the chest, the arms, and the feet. Trying not to crunch that lower back. If you feel a little bit of that compression in that lower back, pull off a little bit. We're going to hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, come down to the mat. Windshield wiper those legs. Release the tension in the lower back. Return to neutral. Bend the left leg up. Reach the right arm forward and the left arm forward and roll it back around to grab the left foot if you can. Whether the foot's on the hands on the inside of the foot or outside the foot's up to you for a quad stretch. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, release the left hand and left foot. Bend the right foot up. Extend the right arm out in front. Circle it back to grab that right foot. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, release the right foot and the right arm. Bend both feet up. Extend both arms overhead, out in front. Circle the arms back to grab the feet if you can. Or interlace those fingers down the back, roll the shoulders. Keep those shoulders away from ears. Can you rise up into a bow? Or are you just pulling on your quad stretch? Nothing wrong with that. Can you bring your hands farther down your ankles? Exhale, release. Bring the hands next to the chest. Shake those hips back and forth. Release that lower back. Hands next to the chest. Press the body up into a tabletop and bring the legs down out in front for a seated position. Feet flat on the floor. Arms extend out in front. Back's nice and straight. We lower down. Slowly, one vertebrae at a time, until we come all the way down. Maybe walk the feet in a little bit. They should be about hip bone width apart. Arms are pressed against the mat. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, lift the hips up for a bridge. Feel those two legs squeeze together on those adductor muscles. Squeeze the butt. Keep that hip nice and high. Take a nice inhale. And on the exhale, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Place the soles of the feet together. Let the legs splay to the side, but don't lift that lower back. Keep that navel to spine. Maybe arms come overhead. Maybe they don't. Totally your call. Release the arms back down to the side. Bring those feet back to a bridge position. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, rise up to a bridge. Keeping your balance, extend the left leg up. And you point it to the sky. Drop the hips ever so slightly. Raise them back up again. And we'll dip for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the left leg down, keeping that bridge up. Extend the right leg up. Reach it up as high as it can and dip the hip slightly down. And up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the right foot back down. Shine those hips up even higher. tightening those buttocks, feeling the core work. All the core muscles are coming into that midline of our spine. Take a deep inhale. Then on the exhale, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Place the soles of the feet together, knees come to the side, maybe arms come up overhead. Try not to arch that lower back. Supta Baddha Konasana. The point of it is to release the lower back, so we don't want to try to bend it again. Bring the knees back up to center, release the arms to the side. Cross the left leg over the right. Use your left hand to press the left knee away. Feel that opening in the left hip. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you rock the knee ever so slightly in the hips from side to side to about a 10 o'clock or a 2 o'clock position. Come back to center. Lift the right leg up, support it with the right hand. Pull the knee in a little bit closer, and you feel that in that lower left. Maybe you use both hands, pressing that left elbow on that left knee. Keeping center or rocking from side to side, maybe even making a few circles. If you make clockwise circles, make sure you make counterclockwise circles. You might find one direction feels better than the other. Bring the right foot back down to the mat. Cross the left leg all the way over. Bring your arms out to the side. Drop the knees to the right. Keeping those shoulders flat against the mat. Engage the core. Inhale, bring the legs back up through center. Exhale, twist them over to the left. Again, keeping those shoulders against the mat if you can. Inhale, bring the legs back to center. Bring the left knee into the chest, give it a little hug. Send it up nice and long. Stretch it out. Then bend it back next to the right. Cross the right foot over the left. Use the right hand to press the knee away. Maybe you stay here at center. Maybe you rock from side to side. Return to center. Lift that left leg, support the leg with the left hand. Press the knee in. Holding here in center, rocking side to side, or maybe a few circles, whatever feels good to you. For me, it's the 2 o'clock position in this one. If you do clockwise circles, make sure you do counterclockwise circles. Bring the left leg back down to the mat. Cross the right leg all the way over, extend the arms out like a T. Take an inhale. Drop the legs over to the left. Keeping those shoulders against the mat, feeling the twist in the lower back. Engage the core. Inhale the legs back up to center. Exhale, drop them over to the right. Inhale, bring the knees back to center. Bring the left knee in, give it a squeeze. Extend it long, stretch it all the way down. Then bend it next to the left knee. Arms are out like a T. Take a deep inhale. Drop both knees over to the left. Knees should be below the waist, well below the waist. We're now in a restorative pose. The knees come above the waist, then we're in a fire acting pose. We don't want to raise any heat right now. Keeping those shoulders against the mat. Engage the core. Inhale the knees back up to center. And exhale them over to the right. Inhale the knees back up to center. Bring them both into the chest. Maybe rock from side to side. Or a few circles, massage that lower back. Pressing in nice and hard on the sides. If you make a few clockwise circles, make sure you make a few counterclockwise circles. Hug the knees in nice and close to the chest. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, send the legs and the arms long. Full body stretch. Sigh it out. Bring the arms back down beside you. Let the feet splay off to the side. Start to settle in for your Shavasana. Start to bring awareness to the space around you. Maybe wiggle the fingers and toes. Rock the head from side to side. When you're ready, we'll meet on our right side. The right side is significant in yoga. It's the birthing side. It's the awakening side. The left side has other meanings, but I have to be honest, I don't actually know what they are. I only know what the right side is. When you're ready, push yourself up to a seated position. Go ahead and turn your video on. Do you want to sit next to me? Do you want to sit next to me? We come to our easy seated position. We bring our hands to our heart center. We raise our thumbs to our lips and to our third eye. From the light that shines in me to the light that shines in you, we bow to one another and say, Namaste. Thank you for the privilege of, she says she was still in San Francisco. I like the clouds.
It looked like a shark. I was like green screening.
Whew. It actually cooled off here. It feels nice here now.
Good. It was awesome.
A little bit more of a gentle class than we normally do, but I hope you liked it. I liked it with the block. when we were doing the warrior stuff in the block.
Yeah, well, using the block to get into triangle was very good. I was still really wobbly today, though.
Yeah,
Me too, Ramona. I fell backwards onto the couch.
I was in the yard with random holes and divots and hills, and there was a whole lot of balancing happening. What did you think of the cooling breath?
Oh, those are fun.
I like the tongue out one.
I'm going to have to practice that.
Me too. That tongue one was like throwing me off.
The tongue one? Can you not roll your tongue?
I can, but I felt like I had to like really pay attention to get air in.
Yeah, I find if I roll it too far, you can't suck anything in. You have to have it like a very open roll. It's a big Tootsie Roll. Great, you can practice them with Ian and let us know how it goes.
I know, he didn't join me today. I was by myself, except for a cat.